The inhibitory is opposite of the excitatory. The purpose is to prevent an action potential. So we look here at the different types of neurons. We have millions of neurons and they're scattered everywhere. So when you send an action potential, the action potential is going to start a domino effect and it's going to be sent everywhere. Just because you stop sending action potential doesn't mean the other neuron is going to stop sending action potential. So what you have to do is you have to send an inhibitory to prevent action potential from being sending. It's just like a way of saying stop. So for example, if you send a message to tell your muscle to contract, your muscle is going to keep on contracting unless you send a message to tell it to stop. And that's when the inhibitory comes in. Now we go back to the synapse with the neurotransmitter. There are many types of neurotransmitter. The most common type for excitatory is glutamate, and the most common type for inhibitory is GABA. There's also four that's also important too. You don't have to memorize, but you do have to at least recognize them. So that means when you see them on a test or quizzes, you're like, oh, okay, I know what they are. They're neurotransmitter. So the four is acetylcholine, norepinephrine, dopamine, and serotonin. What these neurotransmitters do is they're responsible for generating AP. The neurotransmitter will be recycled. There are enzymes that will come in and break down the neurotransmitter, and then they will be sent back into the presynaptic, so that way it will be recycled and reused again. The effect of drugs, craving, and addiction starts at the neurotransmitter. Drugs have chemicals that are similar to your neurotransmitter. So when you're smoking or taking in drugs, basically you're getting a lot of extra neurotransmitter. And what happens is they're going to attach to your postsynaptic and then basically allows for more AP. And when more AP is shooting rapidly, you're going to get this hallucination effect. So when you smoke or take drugs, you get extra AP, which is kind of like getting more energy. And getting this more energy burst, it feels really nice and good. So the only thing is, your body is going to start feeling that you're getting so much neurotransmitter from an outside source, it no longer needs to make any more neurotransmitter. So eventually your body's going to stop making neurotransmitters. And when your body produces less neurotransmitter, you have to end up relying on drugs to get an outside source of neurotransmitter. Because if you stop smoking, you have no more neurotransmitter from the drugs, and your body stop producing any more, so eventually you have no more neurotransmitter at all. And that's what causes the craving. So basically, now your body cannot produce any more neurotransmitter. You have to get it from outside source. That means you have to continue smoking in order to make up for all those lost neurotransmitters. So that's why it's really hard for people to stop smoking once they start. This effect is similar in coffee as well. Well, the only difference is coffee has a very minor effect. It produces a very small amount, giving you a tiny little boost of AP, so that way you're good enough for one day, not for a long time. So that's why coffee is not bad. Besides, it tastes good too. However, drugs on the other hand causes craving and is bad for you. The effect of smoking and drugs is very bad. Not only internally, but physically as well. So science is good for your health. Keep your skin pretty, all those stuff like that. And in terms of chemical, there's always makeup, keep you pretty on the outside. And science basically helps you with beauty. So knowing science is beautiful. That's so corny. But anyways, the point is, if you know science, you know how to take care of yourself both internally and externally, and that helps you to stay pretty on the inside and outside.